Assalamu alaikum viewers, I'm Zubia Irfan. Welcome to another show of CxO Talk. As you know, it's a knowledge sharing platform for all the C-level across the Pakistan and around the globe. Every time we invite some interesting personalities in our show. Today we are honored to have Mr. Salman Yousuf with us. Mr. Salman Yousuf is the founder and CEO of Souk, with over 20 years of experience in business development, sales, and strategic planning. A seasoned commercial leader, he specializes in brand management, marketing analysis, and digital marketing strategies. So let's hear more about his journey and insights into the evolving retail and e-commerce industry. So, Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Salman.
Walaikum Assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Great. So, first of all, thank you very much for sparing some time for this interview.
No, thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be on the platform.
Great. So, Mr. Salman, could you please give a brief introduction to our viewers about yourself and your role within your organization?
Sure. So, as you've already introduced, I am Salman. I have around 23 years of work experience. Primarily, my work experience has been with FMCG companies like Procter and Gamble, where I spent majority of my career. I spent around 12 years over there, followed by some entrepreneurial stint, followed by some local companies experience. So I worked for Tapal. I worked for Hilal Group, the entire group of it, and then my last stint
Right.
was with Unity Group. So after that, because obviously in terms of qualification, I've done my MBA in marketing and MIS. So I'm a little bit techie and I'm a little bit marketeer. Actually, more marketeer over the course of last 20 plus years than the techie part of it. So lately, I've started and hodged on to the journey of entrepreneurship and started this platform called Toy Souk. It aims to become the largest toys platform in the Middle East, and this is the first marketplace for toys in UAE for now.
Excellent. Excellent. So, what inspired you to start Twice Book and what's its vision?
So, when we used to live here in Dubai with the family, while I was working for Procter and Gamble, it
Mhm.
used to be a struggle to find toys for the kids, and this is not just us, but like everybody, because UAE and Middle East in large is a very young population countries, right? So every couple has like at least couple of kids, and these kids are generally going to schools where within the classroom there are like at least 24 kids, and every month on an average there are like two birthday parties that you need to send your kids to. Now obviously it's not like Pakistan where you have cousins, you have friends, and you have basically family where your kids are interacting, so you're not an issue. They're going to the birthday parties for the class fellows is a very very big thing, right? Because otherwise you will be socially
Right.
boycotted. The kids must go to the birthday parties. uh, and hence, this idea came in that there is not a single marketplace. Obviously, there are multiple marketplaces out there, but there's not a
Mhm.
single one which is specializes in toys. Because toys require a little bit of an understanding, a little bit of a research in terms of which toy to buy, especially when you have to buy toys for the kids' friends. That becomes even more tricky, because if you're buying it for your own kid, then there's a lot of emotional attachment into it, um, and you're willing to spend money, and you're willing to get something which the kid likes, and the kid is there, so he or she would know what toy to buy. But especially when you're buying it for the
Absolutely.
kids' friends, it becomes a big challenge. So hence the idea came in,
Hmm.
and hence this toy souk is formed, and our vision is to
Right.
give
Mhm.
quality and safe toys to every kid, and make playtime more fun.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, what inspired you to start? Sorry. So, what are some of the key accomplishments in your career that you are most proud of?
So I've had multiple of them. So generally I call myself as a turnaround specialist. I worked
Uh-huh.
for multiple companies, and starting with Procter and Gamble, I worked on three categories during my stint, and across all the three stints, or brands. So the first one was Pampers, then I was on Gillette, the entire portfolio, which includes Gillette Brown Oral B Duracell, and then I was in Dubai. I was heading the Femcare region, Femcare brand for the entire region, and across all of these three stints, I was able to double the business in 2.5 years, right? So that's a,
Right.
and this was at a time when all of these three businesses were struggling. So for example, when I joined
Hmm.
Pampers was declining, and every month we were losing out on the sales that we had committed to the company. Then I joined in,
Okay.
I did a lot of analysis and turned around the business, and in 2 years we doubled the business of Pampers. And similar was the case with Gillette and Femcare. So I think accomplishment has been there, and I'm really proud of. I think the work that I've done on Gillette, where I had a lot of free hand to do whatever I wanted to, because the regional support was very minimum at that time, and we were able to double the business in 2.5 years, also double the profitability. Also launched like multiple brands in Pakistan. So, for example, Mark 3 in Pakistan was launched by me. Blue 3 in Pakistan was launched by me. And I also
Oh,
launched Brown and Oral B in Pakistan. Um, these were the I call Gillette stint to be my best stint in the career so far.
excellent, excellent. So, what are the biggest challenges you have faced in your career, and how have you successfully overcome them?
So, I mean, if you're working in an FMCG organization, I think you're up against challenges every day. So, I think I would say that my stint with Hilal was a very challenging one because, at that time when I joined Hilal, it had a lot of, so the country was going
Mhm.
through a lot of inflationary times. So, for example, it was that bad that, one night we used to sleep with our BT margins at positive, and the next morning when you wake up our BT margin would be negative 10%, right? So then you have to really work through everything, the entire end to end P&L, entire, commodity prices, everything. You get into the stuff and you fix the profitability for the company, and that too needs to be done very very fast, staying within the month so that you don't end the month at a negative. So I would call that as a very challenging stint, because um, it's a very it's a so there is a fast moving consumer goods, which every typically consumer goods companies are the fast moving consumer goods where your consumption happens typically 1 or 2 times a month. So laundry, shampoo, all of those things, these are FMCG. But when you get into the confectionery or baking part of it, it is very very fast moving consumer, because this consumption happens like every day, multiple times in a day also. I mean, a kid will buy a
Mhm.
candy multiple times in a day. So it's extremely fast. So and in that case, if the macroeconomic situation is like the flour gets priced up by 20 rupees in a day, and sugar prices
Mhm.
go up by 25 rupees in a day, then you're really screwed, because then you need to make sure that you square the books very fast in some way or the other. And we did a lot of things, like we did a lot of insights, we got into everything. So just give you a very very simple example. Those the small candies that you guys see, I had
Mhm.
reduced the wrapper size by 2 mm. I mean, 2 mm is not even noticeable, right? And when I did that, it generated millions of rupees of savings. Similarly, and this is,
Right.
see, these are smart savings, because then you're not hampering the consumer quality or the product, right? These are just
Mhm.
packaging material which is not getting you much, but if you do
Mhm.
some smart savings, then you get a lot, millions of dollars of or rupees of savings. And similar is the case, like we used to print ink, we used to print expiry on the cartons. So the expiry date used to be like date with 2 digits, month with 2 digits, and year with 4 digits. So I had cut down everything to remove the date, kept month 2 digits and year 2 digits, and that generated like millions of rupees of saving because of the ink, uh, and it was so expensive. So these are small things that were done to be able to get over with the challenges. And we ended the year with a lot of positive momentum, and not only the sales grew, again doubled the business in 2.5 years, but also the profitability was maintained.
So, how has leadership played a role in your success? And do you believe your leadership is having a positive impact on your team?
Of course, see, it all begins with the leadership and the right leadership. So I believe in the level five leadership, which is, working with the team and enabling them and supporting them. Because, unless you're a leader who's helping your team get through the challenges, the team is not going to look up to you. If you're one of those people who are just constantly, bashing them and just asking them to do things without you getting your hands dirty, it generally doesn't work out that way unless your team is like already supercharged and super knowledgeable. Then probably they don't even need you. So like I said, it's been always a journey, and I never say that whatever I was able to achieve was because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Was always because
Right.
of the team effort that we had, and the entire team worked together to be able to achieve the goals that we had. So I'm always a person who is loved by the team. So whenever I leave a job or move on to a next assignment, my team generally feels really bad about it, and I get the cards and the cries and the hugs. But that tells you that being a leader who's loved by the team, as well as I don't spare anybody as well. I mean, it's not that I'm a very laxed leader. I won't. I'm one of those people who makes sure that the work gets done. So I'm very disciplined in that way as well. But at the same time, I have a lot of
Right.
empathy for my people, and I always stand for them whenever there is a need.
Excellent. Excellent. So, how do you see the toy market evolving in the UAE and globally?
Okay, that's a very good question. So, I'll give you a few numbers and you will be shocked to hear them. So, toys market in the UAE alone is 100 billion dirhams market already.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the
Right.
highest per capita consumption in the globe, which is 2,300 dirhams per year per person. That's a huge
Right.
market. It's a huge market. And to top it off, this market is growing more than double digits every month, every year. So it's a huge potential, and it's a very very fast growing market. One of the top 10 categories for sure in this region.
Right. Right. So, what is your long-term vision for toy souk and the toy industry?
So in terms of long term, I think we're starting with UAE. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
conquer, inshallah, UAE and become the name of synonymous for toys purchase. We want Toy Souk to be the one, that brand. Then we are going to move to Saudi, followed by the entire GCC. So the aim is not just for UAE. The aim is to get to the entire Middle East market.
Okay.
We already have the domains and everything, this infrastructure, but we're going to go one step at a time and start with UAE, conquer that first, going followed by Saudi and Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, and Kuwait, and all of those regions as well.
Right. Right. So, we wish you good luck for your future goals and aims.
Thank you.
So, in the end, I would like to ask, how's going your experience so far with CXO Global Forum?
I think CxO is a very, very good forum. It makes all the C suites come together and share
Mhm.
their experiences and help each other out. I've been part of this forum, pretty actively a part of the forum for some of these seminars and the online, sessions that you guys do. I've moderated a few of them. I've also attended one of the meetups for CxO. So I think I really like the forum, and this was something which was absolutely needed. And I think Kamal has done a very good job in terms of coming up with this forum, and he's managing it very well with the entire team, of course, to make sure that this, because these kind of initiatives die very fast. So you start off something with a very high spirits, but then as things go forward, it kind of doesn't go that well, and people forget about it. But I think this forum has kept the promise, and it has been going forward with the people and actually adding more people and the like-minded people to the forum, which is enabling its authenticity and making everybody believe in this forum. So I think thank you very much for this forum to come together for making all of the C-suites to come together and exchange experiences and get help.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we wish you good luck. And we wish you more and more success in your life. And it
Thank you
has
very
been
much.
a very insightful discussion with you. And I hope our viewers will learn a lot from it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. All right.
So, viewers, this is it for today. Inshallah, see you soon with some another amazing personality. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.